guys, it's snowing this morning, but we still want to go outside and take a walk because we've been inside this week. It's so beautiful though in Central Park when it snows. Yeah.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a week in the life vlog of a software engineer working on her first app. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'm building my first iOS app, which is a screen time management app. Make sure to check out the other videos if you want more context about what I'm going to talk about in this video. But this video is going to be a week of me working on this app and a week of my life as an indie software developer. Y'all, we are dealing with some major setbacks for launching the app. I now understand why iOS developers look so stressed because they have to deal with Apple. Apple is a company. Anyways, let's back it up. So there's this critical package that my app depends on. And right now I've been using like the more unofficial version of this package. But to actually get this package to use it in an app that lives on the App Store, you need Apple's permission. This is very annoying. I've already applied for this special permission literally 4 weeks ago, and I've gotten no response from Apple. And you guys know I don't sit on my hands. When I didn't get a response within the first 2 weeks, I started doing more research and I found that a lot of people have difficulty getting this permission. So what have I done so far to help me resolve this issue? I've emailed Apple like 10 times. I've called into the developer support hotline to just ask about the status of my application. I've posted on the developer forum, and so far I've heard nothing. I'm doing my best because I would love to, get this permission as soon as possible and launch this app. But, without this permission, the app can't go live, which is very, very, very annoying. So basically what I'm planning to do this week is just continue with the design implementation for the app. You saw my last video, I got the designs from the designer and I made a lot of progress, but there's still so much left to do, and that's what I want to work on for this week. I'm also going to be bothering Apple. They are not going to rest until they give me this damn permission. I'm not joking. My foot is going to be on their necks. I'm going to continue calling and emailing them. I'm trying to do that 2 times every single week. Another thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to try to see if there are any Apple employees that work on this specific team. I don't know how I'm going to find this information, but where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to find those people and I'm going to send them cold DMs on LinkedIn. If we have any mutual connections, I'm going to reach out to those mutual connections to see if they can make those connections IRL. We're going to do whatever it takes to fix this issue because this is very annoying, but it's a critical permission that I need before the app can even launch. And that's not even the worst of it, guys. I totally understand why a lot of iOS developers look stressed, because unlike any other piece of software, like if you have a web application, no one can tell you whether or not you have the right to release it. You can just release it without any permission. But with iOS specifically, Apple restricts you a lot. You have to get permission from them before you can even launch the app. They can block you from publishing your app if they think that your app doesn't meet the requirements. On top of that too, Apple actually takes 30% of your app's profits. I had no idea that they were taking this much money. Yes, they're providing tools to help you build your app, but 30% is a lot. You know what I mean? Even if you're part of the small business program, which is what I'm a part of now, they still take 15% of all of your app's profits. It's crazy. So that's kind of where we are right now with the app. I hope that the effort I put in this week leads to some sort of progress. Anyway, let's get back to coding. What's happening is that we're not getting the necessary permission, and we've reached out to They put me on hold.
We will circle back as soon as possible.
As you can see, they were not helpful at all. I don't know what's going on. Like, all I can do is see if I have anyone in my network that works at Apple or knows someone who works at Apple, reach out to them and see if they know anything about this specific permission. But in the meantime, let me just focus on controlling what I can control, which is building this app to its fullest potential. And I don't know, it might take an additional month to get this permission, which is crazy because I thought this app would be launched by now. It's just crazy that the biggest roadblock isn't the fact that I'm just like more of a beginner learning iOS development. It's sad that the biggest blocker is Apple and the fact that they don't have their ish together, and they make it so difficult to get these permissions. So it's frustrating, but you know, what can I do? I'm just focusing on what I can control and doing the best I can do. And let's continue with the design implementation for the rest of this week. And we'll reach back out to Apple later to see if there are any updates or any ways to get more transparency around what they need to expedite the permission process. Is another coding day. I don't know if you guys know this, but the way I'm splitting my days up is 3 of the 5 days are coding and also documenting my journey, because I feel like this is something I would have liked to see from someone else who was going on this journey. And then the other 2 days are content creation days. But let's talk about the elephant, the huge elephant in the room, which is the fact that the tech layoffs are still happening. Y'all, when I quit my job a year ago, I really did think that things would go back to normal. I didn't think it would be the same amazing market that we saw in like 2021. But I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. When I see news about layoffs, like it only pushes me more to think about how to make money outside of the 9-to-5 corporate structure, because that's not even guaranteed. Your loyalty to these companies don't mean anything. My heart definitely goes out to anyone who's been affected by the layoffs. If you're watching this video, I'm really sorry. It's a really hard situation to go through, but I just want you to remember that you are still valuable and you have skills. You can make money outside of a corporate structure if you decide to do something different. So that's kind of like how I'm feeling on the tech layoffs. Like, I'm really shocked that it's still happening with these companies, even though these companies are so profitable. Like, I saw that Google had layoffs, I think last week, and for me, it's just shocking. I still have some of their stock, and that's popping. It's a crazy time. And I just kind of like low-key hope this pushes more people to not only think about how to make income outside of the corporate structure, but also think about alternative ways where we can be more protected as workers. And that's all I'm gonna say on that, because like if you're not from the US, you're probably like, what are you talking about? Like, if you're a European viewer specifically, you come from a country where there's so many workers' rights. Here, you don't have workers' rights as much as you do in other countries. So if you lose your job, it's actually very dangerous, because that means you don't have health insurance. There's not enough of a safety net that the US gives you. I hope we think more like as a collective versus as individuals, because we're stronger together more than we are apart. Even if you're making like so much money in the tech industry, you're always going to be stronger together, you know, in your community. Okay, so what is the plan today? The plan is set. We're going to finish the onboarding flow. I wish I could show you guys the design, but until the app is on the App Store, I'm not comfortable sharing the design. Of course, like it's going to take a lot of effort for someone to like copy it, but just to keep it safe, keep it easy, keep it safe, I'm not going to show you the designs. I think right now the onboarding flow is at 80%. Let's try to get it to 100% by today. Like, let's get this shit done. And then the next step for me is going to be to email Apple. We're keeping my foot on their neck, you know what I mean, throughout this entire process. So let's get started.
everyone, so it is day 3 of this vlog, and unfortunately we still have not heard anything from Apple. You know what, it's causing me to lose a little bit of sleep because, you know, I've put a lot of things on pause to complete this project. I've also been working on this project for like 2 months and only started really vlogging just recently, so that just gives you kind of like the amount of time I've invested in this project. I've put a lot of things on pause to complete this, so it's kind of disappointing that I thought I would be the one blocking myself. It's actually Apple blocking me. Sucks, but you know, like, I'm trying my best to just, you know, stay patient, stay positive, reach out to my network to see who can help me solve this issue, because Apple developer support is absolutely unhelpful. I'm spending a lot of money, like $500 a year, just on the Apple developer program. So it's disappointing that the support people can't even provide support. It's totally okay. I'm trying to stay positive about what I can control, and you know, and what I can control is just completing this project. But if it takes a little longer to launch than I expected, it's Apple's fault, y'all. Anyways, let's go to the public library, but first we're gonna get some coffee because we need it today. We need some positive vibes today to finish the design implementation. If you work at Apple, you want to slide in my DMs on Instagram, I will happily take any help that I can get. But let's head to the library. Better now after drinking coffee. Now let's go to the library.